Doing functional fitness better. In the last two episodes, we talked about how athletes can make their training exciting and effective, but today it's about the leaders. If you coach, you own a gym, or even just lead by example in your class, you're shaping how people experience functional fitness. Today, we're going to break down three more ways that gyms and coaches can take that functional fitness to the next level.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
And this is the third installment of the series about doing functional fitness better. I am your co-host, your leader, your podcast journeyman here, Coach G. Been in the functional fitness space for over 17 years now, and I've seen a lot of things. I'm here to share and distill down some of the most important lessons about doing functional fitness better. This is the third installment of the series where I'm going to be talking to coaches specifically about creating the experience, the environment that facilitates the best possible outcomes for the people that you coach, the people that you lead. So without further ado, this is episode 3. Let's get right into it. My first point, create a training experience, not just a workout. Create a training experience, not just a workout, because people can get a workout anywhere. Your job is to make it an experience. Think about the full arc of the session, the music, the flow, the energy, the transitions, the coaching, presence. Sometimes you may think about it like this. The very first part of class, you're a DJ. You transition into being a hype man very briefly, and you transition from there to being a mentor, a guide, a teacher. You start with the hype, you build connection during the warm-up, you start teaching skills and build the skill, the understanding from a psychological or intellectual perspective, and then the physical skills as well. Push the athletes to actually do those things and then celebrate their effort at the end. Every class should feel intentional. There should be a point to each thing that you do. And that should help not just you as a coach stay excited, but help the members stay excited and engaged long term. This should be a training experience, not just a workout. That's my first thought on this. Point number 2, coach people, not just movements, because the best coaches don't just correct form. They connect with why somebody is there in the gym in the first place. You should know the goals that drive your athletes. What was it that brought them into the gym in the first place? What is it that keeps them coming back to the gym? Here are some very practical things. Strive to learn one personal detail about each athlete each week, and then celebrate their small wins. The first time somebody does an RX movement, the first time somebody does an RX workout, first time somebody does an RX plus workout, their first box jump, their first unbroken set, the first time they finish in the time cap. Giving that attention to detail and the personalized cues that show you're paying attention. You're not just reading the whiteboard, starting a clock, and then letting people self-manage while you sit on the sidelines and just prevent, fights or chaos from breaking out. You got to be more than that, because correcting a squat, maybe that makes a positive impact in their life. Believing in them and helping them to believe in them and feel some kind of way, that is more likely to change their life, because coaching is communication first and correction second. Show that you care first. That's point number 2. Coach people, not just movements. Here is point number 3. Build community like it is a skill, because community and connection doesn't just happen. It's designed and it's maintained. Something that I make a point of doing. If somebody is new to our CrossFit community. They just started onboarding, or maybe they finished onboarding and they're in their first group class, or they're early in their group class journey, I'll make a point of introducing them to other people in the class, the more experienced veterans, and then I'll help to break the ice by giving them something to talk about. I might say, hey, Mackenzie, I'd like to introduce you to Alyssa. She also works in the healthcare field. I'm actually really proud of Mackenzie. She just got awarded the Charge Nurse of the Year award at her place of employment. We're really excited for her about that. Alyssa actually graduated fairly recently. She's just getting into the nursing space. You might have some advice for her. I'll let you guys talk. I have now given them a topic that they can conversate and connect over. Knowing, though, you have to know these details about your athletes and care enough to give them that facilitated connection, as well as other stuff that you can do. Celebrate birthdays, celebrate milestones, create small team challenges, intramurals at the gym. We have one every year with the CrossFit Open. We call it our CFE Open, our intramural. And we empower members to lead, and you should too. Let the members organize social events, organize hikes, organize throwdowns, be the leader of the intramural team. Because if the CrossFitters start planning events without you that they want to do together with themselves, amongst themselves, there's the beginnings of a real culture. A culture is forming in front of you. And community is the most functional part of functional fitness, and you got to build it like a skill. So what we've talked about today for coaches and gym leaders, first, create a training experience, not just a workout, coach people, not just movements, build intentional community. Great programming. Guys, here's a closing thought. Great programming will help to build fitness, but great leadership builds belonging. And that is what keeps people coming back, growing, and changing their lives. In the next episode, spoiler, teaser, I might flip it again and talk about what members can do to get the most out of their gym and their coaches. So tune in for that. This has been episode 3 of our series. Please share your thoughts with us in the comments down below. We'll keep the conversation going there. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more useful tools and guidance, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. See you in the next episode.